today I thought I would show you something that I think I do on a fairly regular basis, and that is make inset screw holes for something that I'm 3D printing that maybe I want to hang on the wall, and I want to use screws, but I don't want the screws sticking out over the plastic. And it kind of makes it look nicer, and um, you could put something in front of it and it's going to lay flat. Okay, so let's start with this block here, and I'm going to change it to be like, uh, we'll say, oops, we'll say 20 by 20 by, let's make it 5. Okay, and here we are. Just this represents whatever object you're creating that you want to put the screw hole in, and I'll show you how I do it. First thing I do, Shift A. I'm going to add a cylinder. Let's make this about 100. We want at its widest point, we want it to be 10 millimeters wide, so we want to make this 5, and the depth we'll just make it 10. Okay, so this represents the screw hole that we're going to make. Something that I do quite a bit is I'll use the slash key to isolate the item that I want to work on, which in this case it's this one. And then all we're going to do, we're going to go into edit mode. We're going to select the face, and we're going to use this inset. And I use hotkeys, but try to show you where. And so inset faces. So you press I. And then we want this to be 5 millimeters diameter. And the numbers in the upper left, where it says thickness up there, not accurate. So they're about 1,000 times off. So I'm going to make that there, which is going to be approximately 5 millimeters diameter. And then I'm going to grab it with a G, pull it down with a Z on the Z axis. And I'm going to go down 5 millimeters, and you might adjust this to, whoops, I'm going to go down 5 millimeters, and you can adjust this depth for what you need. Sometimes screws will go clear down to halfway, and you don't need all this space here, but I made it 5, and I'll extrude this bottom, and I'll show you why here in a minute, but that's all we need to do with that. We'll go back to object mode, and we'll bring back this. So let's get a nice side view of this. I pressed 1 on the number pad to get this side view. And what we're going to do, I like putting it in transparent mode, just so I can see. We're going to go up here, and let's say this is where we want the screw hole. Okay, and we're right in the middle there, right? That looks good. So then I'm going to select the object that we're wanting to put the screw hole in, and I'm going to go here to modifiers. I'm going to add modifier. I'm going to generate Boolean, and then I'm going to select this cylinder. And as you can see, it cut out there. One thing I like to do before we apply it is I like to select the item that's being punched through, do a slash again, and so I can kind of see it. Even though I haven't committed that action, I can see what the result of the Boolean is. Now, if I go into edit mode, of course, it disappears. Okay, so there's that. And if we wanted to, we could, I'm not going to do this right now, but we could apply, and then we could delete the cylinder. Let's bring the cylinder back. But what if you want the place where the threads go through to be a little longer and not right at the edge there? Let's put it back in transparent mode. actually no. Let's go edit this. I'm going to select that, and let's say we pull this down a little bit. So this is why I put the extra extrusion down here. So now if I go back, now you can see the screw head would sit right in here, but there's a little bit of extra space for the shaft to go, and there could be multiple reasons why you want it that way. Maybe you feel like it's too fragile on the edge here or something. We could also, let's bring this back. Let's just scale the Z on this. Let's say you didn't want it as so we go there. So that's just we have a little bit shallower of a inset there. So lots of different things you can do with this, but the nice thing is I haven't applied it yet, and so you can make all the adjustments that you want. But now, let's say we're happy with it. We're going to apply this, and then we're going to go and we're going to delete this, and you have your screw hole. And that will fit mini screws. I like to get the type that have the kind of tapered top that's kind of this shape. But it would fit other screws too, and you can adjust the cylinder before you punch it out if you have a different type of screw. But this is the way that I do it. One thing you want to be careful of when you start putting inset screws in your 3D prints is you don't want to use a high power motorized drill or something to drill in the screw, because if it goes in too fast, you will end up cracking the plastic unless you're using one of the stronger plastics. So I suggest putting it just hand tight only. But that's it. That's how to make a an inset screw hole. Thanks for watching.